This motorhome is the Dethleffs Magic Edition T2 EB. It's on a Fiat Ducato chassis, you can see there, 2.3 multi-jet, 150. Let's have a look at the back as well. Start off at the back, it's always a good place to start. So, the garage, you have the measurements up there, 850 by 110. So, plenty of room there to get lots of kit. And as you can see, there's also space for a bicycle, which is to go on the rear, should that be so required. I'd stick my bike in there though. I think that's the best place for it. Let's have a look inside. Now this is the Dethleffs showroom in Isny in Allgau in southern Germany. It's almost on Lake Constance. Not quite, there's still a little bit more of Germany to go before we get to the Swiss and Austrian borders. Now this van, as you can see, has got these wonderful panoramic windows which will allow light to flood in, and it's got a very nice space around the table. And normally I don't like a chair there, but somehow in this case that little bench sort of fits it. Personally I'd rather have some hanging space, but there already is quite a lot of hanging space in this vehicle. But so therefore I'll let the chair stay there. Of course there's only space really here for two people to sleep, so do you really need all these chairs? Let's have a look at some of the technical stuff which is on this card here. So we have 741 centimeters long, width 233, height 294, and payload is 335 kilos, and the price is 75,133 in this condition, although the base price is 65,000 euros. As you can see, it's a 6-speed gearbox. This has a 2 single bed option, and what you have got here with this cushion, you can often put these things in the middle, and there's only one in this case. Normally most manufacturers use 2 rather than 1, and you can either slide that thing in there, in or out, which would give you access to the stairs. In the event of that staying there, you can get into bed via a ladder. Also, by sliding that thing in and out, you have got not only storage under the stairs, but also on the left and right hand sides. Here we have a fat fridge with more storage above it. Going into the bedroom, there's overhead cabinets all the way around. Now unfortunately the toilet door opens the wrong way. I prefer it to open the other way. Shower with a rail's very sensible. It's where you can put your wet clothes, or when you stand in some of your cooking, as I did 2 days ago, you can wash your socks and hanging up on the rail up there. Toilet, and next to the toilet we've got some more hanging space, and below we've got the fuse box. Kitchen relatively standard, but what it does offer is preparation space here, which is quite good. Although I do all my prep at the table, and that's a nice big table to do work at. Sink, it's relatively deep. Now this is a semi-integrated model, and one of the advantages of semi-integrated models is this: the cost of replacing glass. Now we've all had the situation in cars where we've had to replace the glass, and glass gets chipped very easily. So I believe that the very strong advantage of the semi-integrated is that you can get a new windscreen for the price of a Fiat Ducato windscreen, rather than that which comes from the motorhome manufacturer, which could cost and I'm not exaggerating, 10-15 times more. So the last time when I replaced my glass, I think I paid approximately about 80 euros, I think it was. It was even below what the insurance, the minimum was, so I didn't even have to make a claim on it. Well, I couldn't really make a claim on it because the amount was too low. I know that was in Poland. I mean, I appreciate that if it had been in Italy or here in Germany, I'd have had to pay a lot more money. So, but that is a very important difference in my opinion. One thing I do like here is I've got the USB in there, and it will be 12 volts there, but having a USB is really very useful. I say that because at the moment I've lost my USB converter and I need to buy a new one. So pity the vehicle didn't have one built in. So let's have a look back down there. Well, I was messing around with the cushion, so I didn't put it back right. The colour scheme makes it look a bit dark. Obviously we're indoors, so the light is not coming in as much as it would do were we outside. But I think I find the colour scheme in this case rather dark, and perhaps I would go for a different colour. Other than that, the vehicle is suitable for full time. It's got plenty of storage and 2 beds, and let's face it, there's only 2 of you, so that's all you need.